Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the lab. I'm, of course, your host, John Burkhead, and I'm back with another episode of SoyCast. We got the bros on again. Ace with his fire ass hats, Dre and Albert with his new nickname is Catapult because he's always firing.
Whoa.
Trebuchet. Oh, I'm
Wowzers.
sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, maybe medieval because the boy got catapults.
Hey.
I like it. Clever.
I know. I'm horrible with that. So, what's good with y'all? How y'all been?
Putting in work, doing things.
Dre's
Any other cliches I could think of, putting out the vibes, doing what it do.
Just living life one foot in front of the other, man.
Making it happen, making moves. Stunting is a habit.
What it is, what it do, what it don't do. Yeah, under
both
dig.
singing songs. Those are both like everything you guys just said is definitely lyrics to a song. Put in front of the other.
Wait, John, I think there's something wrong with your camera because your hat, like the logo's upside down. Do you have like a weird filter going on?
Probably have like a mirror reflection.
No,
that's mirrored.
That's on purpose. Dre, I believe you have a hat like this as well. We bought it at the same time.
Oh, twinsies.
What did I say? Key jump?
It's magic.
But it says Otani, right? It's Angel's hat.
No, it's magic.
It definitely is a magic hat.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, this hat has to be at least 10 years old, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because I got this we went to Fairfax, Knox.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what that store was called.
What brand is that?
It's a Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I remember when they were doing the upside down logos. I thought they were
that was cool.
Yeah, you were rocking the upside down logos before it started trending nowadays.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's those upside down logos are trending. I think I forgot the brand that's really hot right now that's doing it, but yeah, you were rocking it way before they were.
Oh, I mean, I just thought the hat was cool. Is that brand Hansel Ace? Because
no, it's a different one. I'll think of it. I'll say it at a different podcast.
I guess John belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Thanks, guys, for inviting me. Appreciate it. See you guys next week.
All right, and I'll do it for this. No, I'm kidding. Come on, Albert. I just gave you a medieval nickname, and you're killing me.
My bad.
Nah, you good. So I did something recently with David where we talked about like this mid-year in review. Because it's crazy to think, but we are past July, and we're 6 months away from 2022. Scary thoughts to think about. So, just from where you guys are standing right now or sitting, how's your year been, and what are you really looking forward to as we approach the latter half of this year, second half, if you will?
Well, I'm just happy that I'm working again. I know last year during the panda, I was laid off, so I'm grateful for this year that I'm finally with a job. I'm not a scrub anymore. But the year surprisingly has gone by super quick. Like in a blink of an eye, it's Christmas already, right? But I'm guessing in recent news, I think this Saturday they're gonna mandate wearing masks again indoors, right? Because I guess either the Delta variant or a spike in the coronavirus is it's coming along, so they're gonna be wearing masks again. A lot of people are frowning upon it. I personally haven't been sick, in about a year and a half, 2 years. Maybe it's because I haven't seen people really, or maybe it's because I'm way more cautious now in wearing masks. But I think even in the office, I still wear a mask, and people kind of look at me kind of weird. But yeah, it's really crazy because we were thinking maybe 2021, all this Corona talk, masks is going to be over with, but I kind of think it might be just either the beginning or the peak of it. So I'm just glad I'm working. I'm just glad I'm seeing people. I'm glad I've seen you guys a couple of times already. I'm hoping that we do have a bros giving or a bros miss. I missed that. Just missed you guys just hanging out with the bros in person. Yeah, I can't wait to see what the rest of the year brings us.
Delta variant sounds like a really crazy maneuver.
Or an extra in the Loki series.
What? Oh my god. No.
Got him, guys.
Oh dear. No.
You think the Delta Airlines kind of bummed about this variant being named after them?
Why can't they call it the Southwest variant?
You think they serve Corona beers on the Delta flights? That's just really doubling up, man. You're just really like asking to get sick at that point.
If it's really bad, they should call it Spirit Airlines.
Oh no.
Fudge.
The Spirit variant.
You can just hear on the overhead, "Bung, thank you for flying Delta, where you don't have to wear masks. Our stewardess will be going down the aisle handing out Coronas. So thank you for flying Delta."
I think we should make a commercial about that. We're back on making commercials again. But wasn't there a spike around this time last year in July? Ace, do you think that's probably why state governments are being a bit more cautious with these mandates?
Well, I think it's you give people a little freedom. I think last year 4th of July was like, we're going to give everyone to see how everyone acts during 4th of July, and everyone kind of acted out. And we know Florida didn't think of anything, and we did see a spike in the virus during July because I think people partied out during 4th of July. Is that the same reasoning behind the spike for this time around? Maybe, I don't know, but it looks like it's adding up to it, right? 4th of July, 2 weeks later, spike in the coronavirus. So maybe that's it.
That's the irony, right? Like Independence Day is causing us to all lose our freedoms of being able to walk around outside without a mask. So it's taking away our individual freedoms because we had to go out there and rage and party and light fireworks and stuff.
Eating those glizzies.
Oh yeah. I mean, hey, that's the best part.
Yeah, I know. We ain't the glizzy gladiators for nothing, right?
No, that is not what we are.
Oh, my bad. The glizzy goblins. My bad. We changed it.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, on the West Coast, if you look at the numbers, like we're going from the hundreds to the very low thousands, but the South has always been bad for whatever reason. Maybe it's because our vaccinations on the West Coast is much higher than that in the South and Middle America and all that. Because AC brought up Florida, they're kind of like that bad stepchild in the United States because they just do whatever the hell they want. And so fun fact, you can type in your birthday on Google and then Florida man, right? So you type, if I typed in my birthday and then Florida man, it'll give you this report of like what Florida man did on your birthday. And I looked at it the other day, and this is true, and it's really funny. Florida man on July 1st was arrested for stealing over 700 firearms. This is my favorite part. And he got away on a 3-wheeled bicycle.
Nice.
Not a tricycle, but a 3-wheeled bicycle. Wow.
A 3-wheeled bicycle, not a tricycle. But yeah, but it's really bad when you think about it. Like, if you want to be free, right? The whole cost of freedom, it's a couple of shots away. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Right. Whatever you believe in, but like, it's not that bad.
True. To each their own, but
to each their own.
I guess we're back to wearing masks again indoors. So hopefully it'll go down, and maybe, like I said, maybe around Thanksgiving and Christmas time, we can finally like see each other for real.
Well, I'm fine with wearing a mask. I need to hide this ugly mug anyway. And on that note, Knox, what are you looking forward to this time of year?
First to point, carry on what Ace saying. Yeah, I haven't been sick since the pandemic came out either. And I used to get sick, a few times a year. So yeah, maybe it's just better to wear a mask for your own health, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah. Years going by fast. Obviously, on my end, there's a lot of planning for a wedding. So looking forward to kind of getting all that solidified. We've been moving along a lot. My fiance's been cracking really well with it. So she's really impressive with all the planning and everything, and I've been helping out where I can. But yeah, we're
Like
getting
this,
close.
helping out.
Yeah, that looks good. That looks good.
Mhm.
But yeah, so yeah, like tomorrow we do our engagement picks, and we're gonna use those to like do save the dates and send out invitations and whatnot. So that's kind of exciting, and yeah, just looking forward to kind of having some parties with the like the crew and stuff, the peoples. So it's kind of it for me. Pretty standard and boring, but I'm just happy to be healthy and be able to like keep on working and have friends and do a thing. So
When you get married, can we call you Mr. Knox?
I guess so.
Hell no.
We call him Mr. Knox anyways, man.
On
Oh no,
Daddy.
actually,
Mr. Knox
his
is
pops
his
is Mr.
dad.
Knox. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah. So we'll have to wait on that one.
We can call him Daddy for now.
I mean, we have been.
Oh man.
What about you?
Getting hot in here? Or is it just me?
Is that Daddy under that mask? Oh.
Oh my god.
Man. Hold on. What about Siren?
Oh shit. Okay, I brought out the sirens for that one. Thank you, Albert. Appreciate that.
It's getting a little too hot. No, but yeah, I think for sure this year went by hella quick. I unfortunately did get I'm one of those people that did get COVID. It was rough for 2 weeks. Ironically enough, I was talking to Sandra, and before this whole pandemic, I was like, I kind of want to wear a mask that the Asians wear. Because like, I thought it was like, like as a fashion statement, I thought it would be cool. But then, I don't want to be weirded out. I was like, oh, he must be sick, or like that person thinks that like the environment is sick or whatever. And unfortunately, ironically enough, I'm the one that gets COVID, and this whole pandemic starts, and now we all have to wear masks. But but yeah, I thought that was pretty funny and ironic. But yeah, this whole year super fast. I think I'm really big into esports, so I think this year in esports was a game changer. Like it completely changed. I'm a big fan of this organization, 100 Thieves. I know you guys know a little bit about it because I talk about it so much, but they started like about 4 years ago, and they just keep growing. And then yeah, so they're like in the top they're the number one spot in LCS right now for League of Legends, so that's a huge thing. And they always get hate because they're never at the top spot. But it's really hard, especially if you're a growing organization and you're a brand new organization compared to these organizations that have been there for like 10 years. But yeah, I'm a hella hype beast, and their clothing line is like really, really, really good and high quality. And they finally released. They keep releasing them some really cool stuff. So hopefully you guys can check that out. And then music wise, Snow Allegra. I don't know if you guys are familiar with her, but
Nice.
her album just dropped. I've been listening to that back and forth. It's a real simp album. So if you guys feel like you simping on somebody, that I do recommend that. And
Is she like the female Drake?
No. She's like a modern version of like Alicia Keys or something.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I highly recommend her. She's good. She's good live. I saw her 2 years ago. And if she ever goes on tour again, I'm definitely gonna check her out live with that new album. And then finally with entertainment, we finally get the Marvel movies. We didn't get one last year. So Phase 4 is finally coming out. Loki just finished this week. I didn't get to see it yet, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. And then as far as like games, E3 came out this year. You got the announcement for Halo. I'm super excited for that.
What's that? I missed that. I didn't hear that part.
Yeah. So Halo Infinite, I think it's what it's called. They're gonna try to bring it back to like Halo 2, Halo 3 days. So hopefully it's just as good. But there's still some like changes and stuff to it to make it more like modern, I guess, where you could sprint now. But yeah, still no battle royale, which everybody was disappointed in it. Because battle royale is a huge thing with Warzone. You got Fortnite with it, but I think strictly multiplayer, as well as campaign. But definitely excited for that. It's going to definitely be nostalgia playing that game. I'm looking forward to it.
Would you call it a game changer?
If they had battle royale, it would be.
That's fair.
No, I think it wouldn't be a game changer because it's copying everything else. But yeah, for sure, man. I'm super excited for what has come and what has yet to come. So I'm stoked.
Hell yeah.
That was nice.
You're in for a treat with Loki, Albert.
Yeah.
And you're right. Marvel has 4 drops this year, if you count Black Widow, The Eternal, Shang-Chi, and then Spider-Man in December. So movies are definitely something I'm looking forward to. We have The Candyman next month. We have Space Jam 2 tomorrow, which we all grew up on the first one, and MJ and how good it was the soundtrack. And
Are any of you guys interested in Space Jam 2?
I'll watch it. I'm gonna watch it,
it.
but I'm not like, oh my god, like I'm not super. I'm more hyped for like Candyman remake, to be honest.
I'm hyped that Pilo's song. It's a slapper on the soundtrack, so I'm glad he made it.
Are you guys not excited because like they didn't market it well enough, or you think that just like the sequel, like like all sequels are just they don't live up to the hype?
I think it's that, and probably the old head in me, like, oh, they should have just left it alone, and it's Space Jam, right? But this is for the new generation. I'm pretty sure LeBron wanted to, give something, for the younger generation. But I will, like I said, I'll support it. I'll definitely watch it. But I'm not as excited about it how it was when it first released for Michael Jordan's Space Jam.
Right, same. Yeah, I like maybe the marketing just isn't that great. I don't know how cool Space Jam looked when it first came out, but yeah, none of the trailers. I just still don't really know how much of the story is going to take place where. I mean, I guess we never really know that, but I can't really get a sense of like what the real peril is, why, how, all that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Maybe it'll be really good. The people, be behind it are probably, very dedicated and trying to make it like a good project. So I think that's likely the case. But from the trailers, trailers supposed to get you like revved up and like, oh yeah, man, I gotta see this. This looks like fun, or this looks like intense or sad, whatever it's supposed to do, whatever emotion. I just haven't gotten any emotion I'm supposed to get from Space Jam. Like if it wasn't like an established IP, then what would they be showing you there? They aren't really showing you anything. They're just saying, hey, remember this name? Like we're doing it again, but nothing like no reason to go see the movie on its own merit, So, but like I said, I'll still check it out, but I haven't been like psyched. I'm trying to think the last movie I was psyched to see. It's been a while.
I think in this one, I think Don Cheadle is the antagonist, right? He's the bad guy. I think something about LeBron's kid being stolen or falling into a trap, and in order for him to, retrieve his kid, he has to beat the new Monstars in a game.
Wait! What are you saying? Wait, are you joking? I can't tell what they. Don Cheadle's the bad guy.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I assumed you were just starting one of your joke things.
No. I wish.
Yeah, even their merch is not even that exciting.
Yeah,
agreed.
The LeBron shoes. I feel like it was pretty like meh to me. I was more excited for their Happy Meal toys.
There's Happy Meal toys?
I think so. Yeah,
of course there are.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I remember when was it R. Kelly's I Believe I Can Fly, and I saw Jordan's. I was like, whoa, what? I've never seen those in my life. Like, those are like the coolest Jordans ever. And I was like really like in awe for the Space Jam 11s. And when they were finally releasing, like I remember, those were one of the shoes I did camp out for, and was really, really geeked that I got them. But once again, you can't compare Space Jam 1 to 2, but I am going to compare it. So that's kind of a dumb thing. But the LeBron Space Jams are, I think I'm more excited about the Air Force Ones that are Space Jam inspired than actual LeBron Space Jams.
It seems hella goofy to me. I hope it does well.
No. There's no Disney characters. This is Looney Tunes. No Goofy.
It seems very silly, Albert. It looks like a very silly film. From the trailer, all of LeBron's lines are just cartoonish. I mean, I get it. It's Looney Tunes and a Space Jam, but with Michael Jordan, I took him a bit more seriously. And I wonder if there's going to be a side character like a new. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't know his name. Drake, help me out. But like Newman from Seinfeld was hilarious in the first Space Jam.
Or Bill Murray.
Right? Yeah, that was the second person. So I hope it does well. Was the first Space Jam good? No, but it was nostalgia and it's fun. So I just hope that this second iteration is fun at least. But a lot of like what I've seen in the trailer, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I really hope these aren't the funny moments. Like I really hope that these are just like super teaser and there's actual funny moments in the movie like there was in the first one. And I really hope they don't reuse stuff like Mike's secret stuff and how they steal the power of real life players and whatnot. And that's another thing, right? Because the first one had Muggsy Bugs and Charles Barkley, that tall white dude, I don't know his name, Patrick
Sean Bradley.
And Sean Bradley. Yeah, so it's
Larry Johnson.
So I just hope it's original. I hope it's good. I'm gonna watch it on HBO Max. I'm not gonna waste my time in a theater for it, but and I don't like the merch either. I don't know. I've never been a big fan of LeBron, just stuff in general. It never appealed to me.
You just don't like him, huh? There's just something about LeBron that you just despise.
His shoes. Like if they drop Space Jam inspired Kobe's.
Kobe 6s, John.
Oh man, of course, it's a done deal. But I mean, and that's not even the hype piece. I mean, I love Kobe's because Kobe's are the superior basketball shoe.
So what if in the movie they include someone like a Wesley Snipes type, not like a Wesley Snipes,
but like a Wesley Snipes type.
Right? Like a Wesley Snipes type.
But not Wesley Snipes, but like a Wesley Snipes type.
I mean, I think that's kind of fire, John. I don't like a Wesley. Try to picture a Wesley Snipes type. Wesley Snipes type.
Great.
There's a lot of Wesley Snipes types out there. You can walk down the street and see some Wesley Snipes types. You just try to get a Wesley Snipes type.
Dre's killing me. Did you watch Coming to America 2, Andre?
Yes, I did.
How good was Wesley Snipes in that movie?
Oh man, he was wilding. I mean, the whole movie itself was pretty not great, but
Wesley Snipes was the best part to me.
But what would have been better than Wesley Snipes there was probably a Wesley Snipes type playing the role like Wesley Snipes would have played it. That would have been bonkers. But they probably couldn't find the guy in time.
I was gonna bring up another Wesley Snipes role from a recent film. Dolomite Is My Name. I like him in that. Yeah, right. Like,
yeah, man, he's had a comeback, man. Good for him.
He's had a little comeback, and I hope they use him on the reloaded Blade.
I was gonna say he didn't come back too much because they didn't use him for Blade. I know that.
Hey, Mahershala is
my guy. Pretty old, I guess now.
Yeah, Mahershala is my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for him to be.
Do you think he'll have a cameo and then will it be like a vampire Blade type cameo or just a random guy selling glizzies on a cart? Is he the glizzy vendor guy and he just has like a little hat on or whatever?
Or like he walks up and you know what? You kind of look like a Wesley Snipes type.
I knew it. I knew
Wesley Snipes just looks at him with his cart mustard with this. I'm like, nah.
Oh man, I knew that was coming. I hope it's something. It would be really dope. I thought they would do it, but it'd be really dope if he was like Whistler, like the mentor to Blade.
Who owns who owns Blade, like the Blade franchise?
Marvel.
What film studio?
Marvel now.
Does?
Yeah.
Now.
Sony
Yeah.
or Fox?
But yeah, when it first came out,
who originally created?
I believe when it first came out, it was still a Marvel property, but it was produced by another company. Hold on.
Because Marvel Studios wasn't a thing at that point, right?
Yeah.
That was probably
Correct.
Like right before Iron Man or for Iron Man to come out.
It was
fun fact, Johnny.
It was 1998.
Do you know what the first Marvel movie was?
Howard the Duck.
Boom.
By Steven Spielberg. Don't do that, Ace. Don't. Come on. I know it's one of your favorite movies.
Yeah, it is. Is it one of my top 5 movies? I don't know.
We'll find out soon enough. Why can't I find the production company, Dre?
I don't know.
But it was Marvel that basically gave the license to produce the movie.
Right, but I wonder if there's if there would be contract issues or conflict of interest issues if Wesley Snipes' character were to show up in that movie, or I guess just Wesley Snipes can play I'm sure he could just play a random character too.
Yeah, he could play around. It was New Line Cinema. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it was just a license thing because Marvel was just so in need of any kind of cash flow. And this Blade, to be honest, kind of saved Marvel because when X-Men came out, that was when Marvel had already sold that property to license films and stuff to Fox, which was 2000. Damn, that was 21 years ago. But yeah, Blade was New Line Cinema, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, okay. Speaking of top 5 films, I wanted to get into that today too. And Ace, since you teased us, you can't be a tease, and you're gonna have to start.
You little tease.
Top 5 movies. So
top 5 movies if you're stranded on an island, right? Okay. Is that the scenario we're going with?
Probably, yeah. I mean, because it's gonna be really tough, but and a lot of people classify top 5 movies how. But if I was gonna go on an island, top 5 movies, these are movies that at any point, if they're playing, whether it be the middle, back, front, I can watch and I can still sit down and I'll watch it all the way through, right?
Even in a different language.
Definitely.
French.
Croatian. But it's weird because I have 3 Denzel Washington movies in my top 5, right? So
of course you do.
My first one is Remember the Titans. Gotta have Remember the Titans. Probably one of my favorite Disney movies.
Well, hold on.
Here we go.
What's wrong, Jay?
Here we go.
What's wrong, Dre?
No, because I was gonna make a joke and try to say Pelican Brief, but then make it Pelican Briefs, and then from there I was like, oh, what if we tried to turn every Denzel Washington movie title into something sexual? And so then I thought, well, perfect. The first one would be Remember the Tight Ones or Titans. So I don't know. Sorry, just
okay. No. Okay, like I told you, man.
Remember the tight ones.
Before we
anyone watch it, drop a comment on this vid. Help us out and give us an inappropriate sexual title name for a Denzel movie.
I'm loving where Dre's head's at today.
Yeah, I like it. I'm hoping that Asgard movie's in his top 5 because it looks like that's where he's headed. But okay, so top 5.
I got another one.
So I have Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans.
Man on Fire. Man on Fire. Man of Fire.
Man on Fire.
Man on Fire.
If you can't name the title, did you deserve to bring it?
Yeah. That's another Denzel.
That was a great.
How would you sexualize Man on Fire?
Man,
well, I have one for Training Day, but I don't know. I don't want our video to get demonetized. So
No, you good. Keep going, Ace. Keep going, man.
So my third one's gonna be Training Day. There you go.
Okay.
What we got, Dre? What's for Training Day? Was it Training Bra Day?
No.
I I mean, that would be more of a like a comedy, huh? That would be like like a early '90s comedy. If it was called Training Broad Day, huh?
Oh, and then question. So let's say if I was gonna pick The Godfather, can I put Godfather 1, 2, and 3, or is it just one
Nah,
movie?
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
Wait, I
So,
want to hear the Training Day.
oh yeah, what's the
Name,
training
right?
day?
What's the Training Day? What, man?
No, well, like it starts. Well, the first word starts with an A, and then it's just A Training Day. I don't know if you want me to say it, like like
You
how.
have to say it now.
Oh, okay. I was gonna go Anal Training Day. Hey, this is a new game, man. Make it a thing. Take Denzel Washington movies and make it sexual.
Oh man, that's 22 good.
That's like a drinking game. Whoever comes up with the best one doesn't have to drink, and everyone.
Hopefully,
else
we get a comment where someone drops one in there.
So number 4 for me would be 51st Dates, Adam Sandler. And then I'm gonna have to give my honorable mentions. Glitter, Honey, I'm messing with you. Pitch Black, Vin Diesel. No, but
I don't
we
think
talked
you
about
need to change Pitch Black to be sexual.
that's what it is already, huh? But my number 1 movie, I think Johnny, you should know. We talked about this the first time on your little an evening with. It's Can't Buy Me Love. So those are my top 5 movies: Can't Buy Me Love, 51st Dates, Man on Fire, Training Day, and Remember the Titans.
I thought you said Love Don't Cost a Thing was your favorite.
Keep that up. That's what she said.
We're just turning this whole episode into double entendres, aren't we?
Keep it up.
No, but that's a good list, eh? So why is Denzel like one of your favorite actors? Like, what about him?
It's really weird. Like I didn't plan on having 3 Denzel movies. Like, I mean, there's plenty of movies like Back to the Future, right? That was probably one of the movies. Terminator 2, Judgment Day was one of the movies I considered, but I have to be in the mood for those movies. Like I can't sit and watch it from the beginning. If I see it in the middle, I'm not going to watch it through. But for some reason, Man on Fire, Remember the Titans, and Training Day, and of course 51st Dates and Can't Buy Me Love, but those 3 Denzel Washington movies, no matter what, like if I were to flip the channel or someone's watching it, I can pop my head in and I will literally sit at any point of the movie and watch it all the way through. It's just a good movie to me. And once again, this is my list, right? So yeah, like I don't know, 3 Denzel Washington movies in there, and I'm sticking to it.
So Denzel is Zaddy, huh? Okay.
I want to see what's under that mask, Zaddy.
Yo, Daddy, chill.
Daddy, chill.
Oh man, what about you, Knox? What 5 are you taking to the island?
Okay. First one's gonna be The Island. No, just joking. I don't know if
I'm not understanding how this game is. The Island.
Did you guys see that movie?
And I saw the yeah. I mean, wasn't it?
It's a Michael Bay.
Fantasy Island.
Is it The Island? Is that with
that one?
Leonardo DiCaprio?
No, it's actually with now that I think about it, I think it's Scarlett Joe. I think it's like an early Scarlett Johansson movie with Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor, huh?
Yeah.
It was actually not that bad, but it was like during the height of Michael Bay when he's doing all of his Michael Bay-isms, just blowing everything up. But yeah, okay. So my 5 would be, first off, Big Trouble in Little China, which
oh yeah,
I'm kind of put as my like number 1 movie. Then Shakespeare in Love.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of that movie. I love the it's like it's actually pretty funny. Like a lot of good comedy in there. I have a thing for like the British humor, and so I think that comes through really well in that. And then also a thing for rom-coms, and I feel like it has like a lot of strong romantic elements in there. So yeah, Shakespeare in Love. Then I would have Dumb and Dumber. I think I just need like a really good comedy. I feel like it doesn't matter how old I get or how old the film gets, I still find the jokes and the writing and the premise hilarious. So I got Dumb and Dumber in there for my lighthearted stuff. Um, then I have Love Actually, which is another rom-com, I guess you'd want to call it, or just like a a romance movie in general. That one, cool, funny little side note is like I actually watch that every year during Christmas time. So like within like 2 to 3 weeks to Christmas, I'll have to watch it like at least once then. So I watch it every year. It's like a thing that I do. I don't know, something about like the holiday season. It takes place around Christmas. Yeah, it's like leading up to Christmas in the last 2 weeks or whatever. So I love that movie. Love Actually. There you go. Another comedy British humor thing. And then the last one is going to be The Fifth Element. That one's, just really cool action, very like unique style, like a stylized Luc Besson, just a very interesting director in the stuff that he does. And that one just has like a lot of the elements. It has comedy, it has action, and it has some romance in there. It's kind of surface level, but it's still
sci-fi.
Oh yeah, and it's a big sci-fi thing. So I guess I have a couple sci-fis in there. Big Trouble in Little China could kind of be considered sci-fi, I guess. I don't know.
I would call it fantasy.
Yeah, mashes in like a lot of different things. Yeah, I guess it's more fantasy than sci-fi.
But a lot of good comedy. Yeah, for sure. And I'm sure I told you before, but Big Trouble in Little China, what are those guys' names? Rain, Lightning, and Thunder.
Oh right? Yeah. Right.
They inspired Raiden.
Right. Yeah, man. I think I kind of made that connection a while back. Yeah, but because I guess the guys who were making Mortal Kombat were fans of that movie, and so they
huge fans.
But yeah, so those are them. I could have gone the really like important route, just go, okay, I'm going to take Schindler's List, Saving Private Ryan. No, I'm just joking. Imagine like how heavy and like depressing that would be if you're stuck on an island. Saving Private Ryan and Schindler's List over and over again. But yeah, so all my stuff's kind of like there's a lot of comedy in my movies and a lot of romance and stuff. So I think if you're stuck on an island, you're gonna want to kind of feel
love yourself.
Yeah, I feel a little happy and buoyed up and stuff. So I think that's my 5.
Surprised you didn't take anal training day.
I mean, it depends on how long I'm stuck on that island. I might have to red box that one. I was like, hey man, can you guys deliver, mail this to this island?
Old school Netflix. Oh no, Knox, because you brought up Schindler's List. Did you ever watch Love is Beautiful or not? Life is Beautiful?
Oh, no, I haven't seen that one.
Russell Crowe, right?
A lot.
No, Ace.
Oh no, I'm thinking about something else. Mind is Beautiful or something like that.
A Beautiful Mind.
A Beautiful Mind. Yeah.
No. Life is Beautiful. It's a comedy. I don't think it's a musical, but it's an Italian film that takes place during like World War II Germany, and it's very heavy, but it's really funny in a very dark way.
Yeah, I don't know if I would.
It's a lighthearted film.
I don't know if I would find the humor in there. Like I get it, and that's kind of, I know there's like some philosophical debates about that sort of thing of like, can you find humor in all things, and depends on how you look at stuff. So yeah, I know that film. I've seen like scenes or clips because it's it's referenced a lot in like film debates and talks. But yeah, it's never really been my thing. I think the closest I could get to that is like Jojo Rabbit, and even there sometimes, I mean, like I like that movie, and sometimes
that was a really good movie.
So like I wasn't uncomfortable about like the humor, the way it was set up, but just I felt like like he did, Lati does a great job of walking that line and bending it or doing whatever. But I don't know if I would vibe with the Life is Beautiful. But to each his own for sure.
I like going to the concert Life is Beautiful in Vegas. That's a really good time.
Different thing, Ace.
Okay, cool.
Different thing. It's funny you brought up Jojo Rabbit, Knox. That was one of my honorable mentions because I do like how funny it is with such a interesting premise about growing up in as a, I don't think I can say it. YouTube will definitely ban us forever, but basically having a certain dictator as your imaginary best friend.
Right.
Yeah.
I had Dumb and Dumber as my honorable mention.
Oh, okay.
It was between that and 50 First Dates, and I went with another rom-com. But Dumb and Dumber, wow, so good. Good one.
It's so quotable.
Yeah, it's super good. I think when I was younger, I could quote that movie front to back.
Is that
But
another double entendre?
No.
Oh, okay.
I love Dumb and Dumber.
What about you, Albeezy?
All right, well, I'm the one that came unprepared, so I'm very sorry, guys. But I tried to think very hard on what movies I should bring. So first was like I definitely want to bring like an animated film and like a Pixar Disney one. So that would be like Toy Story.
First Pixar film.
Yeah. And then second would be like I don't know something like mobster-ish, like and the movie that came to my mind for that was Goodfellas.
Ooh.
So I'm sorry. I can't say Saving Private Ryan now because I don't know.
No, that's a really good movie.
Yeah,
though.
no, it's
That's a really
hey,
good
it's
movie.
We're over here.
Wait,
Apparently, we can't be depressed on the night. Like being alone on an island is depressing enough, I guess. but yeah, those are the only two movies that came to my mind. I was thinking so much, and I couldn't decide what other movies were there, and then I was trying to think of a comedy. I couldn't really think of a comedy movie. And I started glancing around. I think Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Ooh, bro, that is a classic.
That'll be number 3 for me, I guess. And then I kind of wanted like a thriller, scary type vibe movie, and one that came to my mind is Zodiac.
Oh, okay.
With Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah. And then the 5th one.
Oh, yeah, that's a good movie too.
Something like informative, like I don't know, like a documentary. I don't know if you guys heard of Jiro Dreams of Sushi.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
is that where you went all around Tokyo, right? Where all the sushi bars? Is that the one?
No, he owns a sushi bar that's like
In a train station?
Yeah, in the train station. It's like exclusive. You have to order, not order, but reserve like a year and ahead or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was a story about him and how much he loves like sushi and how that he created that restaurant. And since I'm stuck on the island, might as well learn how to make sushi, right?
Touche.
Yeah, I remember watching that documentary. Man, that sushi looks so good. It made me crave spaghetti.
Yeah, I think that's the only documentary I've been able to watch multiple times, to be honest. I've seen it more than once.
That's good.
Be careful bringing up spaghetti around Andre, Ace.
Ooh, yeah.
But
Dre is a spaghetti connoisseur, so
you can almost call him a spaghetti goblin, right? No, is that works? Is that how it works? Am I saying it right? Not saying it right.
No, not quite.
All right. What? Well,
where's your top 5, Johnny?
Honorable mentions is The Fellowship of the Ring, the first Lord of the Rings, of course, the extended version, because Knox can probably do it too, but I can, like Ace said, with some of his, I can literally quote it from beginning to end. Another honorable mention is Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, and another Edgar Wright film is Shaun of the Dead, because those are hilarious. Jojo Rabbit, Interview with the Vampire, like those are just honorable like things I can watch over and over. But my 5, if I was going to an island, the first one would probably have to be Snatch, because it's kind of like fast talking dialogue. I have no idea what they're saying anyways, even with subtitles on. But that's a mobster movie that it's funny, Albert, our heads were kind of in the same place, because that's kind of what I wanted, like a shoot 'em up kind of fun thing like that. And I would go with a movie that director that Dre picked, John Carpenter. I would go with The Thing, to kind of remind myself about like paranoia. I mean, depending if I'm stranded on the island or not, I would want to give myself that perspective, because if you guys remember The Thing, there's so much paranoia because they don't know who is the thing. Am I the thing? Are you the thing? Can I trust you? And
Can I show you the thing?
Maybe The Thing is a Wesley Snipes type.
No, it's Kurt Russell with his beautiful locks of hair and his big old beard and the Arctic. It's great. Yeah, I love that movie. And then, of course, one of my favorite movies of all time, I'd have to bring V for Vendetta, The Mastermind, Guy Fawkes himself. So he's not himself, but you know what I mean. Like, that's probably still my favorite movie of all time. I would bring Hitch. That would be my rom-com because I love me some Will Smith.
Super good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. And then the last one, which I thought Dre was actually gonna pick, I would bring Your Name, and it has to be subbed to give myself a good cry, and also because it's just so beautiful and kind of like what was that phrase from WandaVision? It was like love is persevering or something like that, but with Your Name, it's like love can transcend timelines. That's kind of like what I took from it.
Yeah, okay. John's going deep, huh?
I'm stuck on an island, man. I gotta pass the time somehow.
Yeah, okay.
That was another double entendre. Ace John's going deep.
Yeah.
I know he went deep because he watched Ain't No Training Day.
And man, the sirens are going, man. People are at Albert's door to get him because he's wilding out.
Albert's coming in hot, man. Albert with the trebuchet. If y'all saw the last Rick and Morty episode, it's a trebuchet. It's not a catapult. Oh man, Dre, you don't watch Rick and Morty.
No, I don't.
How do you feel about like that, like adult style humor in cartoons, like a Family Guy, and things like that?
I like it. I think it's good. I guess it just depends on I guess like the overall premise, and it seems like so many things now have kind of started copying Family Guy's recipe and style, so it's kind of hard to separate, you know, like the new art and strategy and jokes from Family Guy's kind of formula. But yeah, I like those. I can go for like a laugh. I'm down for it.
Have you seen an episode of Rick and Morty?
I saw like 15 to 20 minutes of one episode to kind of, and I was just like trying to understand exactly like why is it like, oh, okay, yeah, this is pretty wild. Like I see what the thing is, like the grown up, you know, humor, like, you know, the old man kind of talking like crazy stuff with the kid, and then like very sci-fi, or, you know, doing things in space with these aliens and creatures, and it's just kind of out of control. Mm-hmm. So it was too much for me, but at the same time I was trying to put myself into a younger perspective. Like I'm sure teenager me would have loved it, maybe even like early 20s me. So yeah, I probably need to watch more episodes. I probably just kind of went straight into something halfway through it, and it was just like, what's going on here?
Sounds weird. I know for me, how I got into Rick and Morty was it had to be background noise for a little bit, and I would constantly turn around because of all the outrageous things they were saying, and then I would literally just sit down and ended up watching it. But maybe if you're maybe not if you're streaming, because I don't want you to, you know, get copyrights or whatever, but maybe if you're just playing by yourself, just have it in the back, like put it in the background and just maybe have background noise.
Okay.
And you're gonna hear like some way out of pocket stuff, and you're like, what the hell? That was actually kind of funny. And then maybe that might cause you to like get into it, because that's how I got into it. I was like, it was just background noise for a minute.
Gotcha. All right.
Also, it's very sci-fi, Knox, and I know how much you love the sci-fi genre. Mm-hmm. The only adult about it is the language, because there's a lot of, you know, cursing. But I don't know why, like, it's funny to me because it's just so, you know how Quentin Tarantino, his movies are just like very stylized and over the top violence, so you could tell it's like fake and just for laughs. Like that's what some of the foul language is for me. I'm just like, oh, this is just so like over the top. I'm not taking it seriously, but the sci-fi aspect's really good. The stories are all very good and cohesive, and the seasons like have like underlying morals and themes, and yeah, it's not just like, you know, a stoner show or anything. It's not like, oh yeah, like no, like there's some deep moments. Like I think that's why it can capture so many different like groups of people, just because there's so much to be said. And one of my favorite episodes is a heist episode, Dre. So if you ever get to that one, I guarantee you're going to be cracking up, because it's so dumb.
Right, well,
it's so dumb.
Maybe I'll start doing reviews or something on my channel, and because I'm big into that. I watch a lot of people who like, you know, watch them do so react. Lord of the Rings, yeah, like reaction vids, Lord of the Rings first time viewings. It's weird, like I think the algorithms or what's trending kind of pushes stuff around, because like 7, 10 different people, streamers or whatever, are always watching the same movies around the same weeks or 2 weeks. So
Right?
it's very curious. But so yeah, I've been watching a lot of Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring stuff recently, Starship Troopers, RoboCops, all like sci-fi things like that. But like I'm like, man, I want to do that. I've kind of seen everything. So one, I wonder, have these people really not seen all this content that's like a lot of it's just like very part of pop culture? Like how did you live and grow up and not see this? But who knows? Maybe they really didn't see it. I think they're just doing it for the views, but I've seen kind of everything or like a lot of things, but I haven't seen Rick and Morty, so maybe I could do that. I should have done it with Breaking Bad. I should have done it with Breaking Bad because like that's been a pretty cool ride, and that was something that I think a lot of people had seen that I had not seen. So we'll see, but I'll have to keep that on the back burner. Maybe I could do a Rick and Morty reaction, like season, like a season wide reaction or something. Who knows?
You could literally do episode by episode. There's some you can literally do that. Like everyone loves Rick and Morty. Yeah, like people that watch Rick and Morty, they love Rick and Morty.
Albert shake his head. So Albert, I see you nodding. If Comic-Con happens next year, as it's supposed to with all the things, are you going to be getting some Rick and Morty stuff? Would that be one of the boosts you would try to hit up if there's some sort of Comic-Con Rick and Morty exclusive?
Hell yeah, 100%. Yeah, like what you said, Dre. Like all these like adult cartoon content wasn't really your thing. Like I got tired of Family Guy and I got tired of The Simpsons and stuff. But
Right.
What drew me in was what John mentioned. It was how deep and moral and like all they talk about these principles and underlying things about it's not just the surface level type stuff. They really get into it. So that's why I loved it. And what brought me to it was Dan Harmon, one of the creators. I don't know
Community.
I don't know if it was Community, but the reason why I started watching Rick and Morty was because of Dan Harmon, and he was Community. So
I think didn't they say he's doing stuff for Fox or something, right? He's like creating a couple shows.
Yeah, I was hella stoked when they announced it.
Yeah,
all of the Rick and Morty like writers and showrunners, and they're all on huge projects. A lot of them got signed to Marvel, and they're doing that. The showrunner for Rick and Morty did the Loki series, so if you're liking Loki, a lot of that like time travel and how things kind of get pieced together for the bigger like picture, you can totally see those like direct correlations with Rick and Morty. It's insane. Shameless plug, please sponsor us.
Yeah, so you have to watch Rick and Morty in order to watch Loki, Trey. So I don't know if you got that.
Watch it at the same time.
Wow. Wasn't there a Rick and Morty reference in Black Widow? Did you guys catch that?
Spoilers. Spoilers, don't do that.
Oh, you haven't seen it, John?
No, man. I haven't seen Black Widow.
Oh man. Mr. Movie.
Did you guys like it? I know everyone else saw it. Did y'all like it?
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything.
Oh yeah. We don't
going there, empty.
I said that right.
Yeah. I'll go in dry. I know I've been dropping the ball on it. It's funny you brought up the whole like algorithm and streamers watching the same thing over and over, Jay, because there was a horror movie that was just kept popping up and all the people that I follow. It's called Censor. Okay. I actually watched it the other day. I know Red Letter did something on it, and then some of the other peoples that I follow, they watched some like, okay, what are they talking about? I need to watch this. And I watched it. So I've been on like that kind of like path and seeing that stuff, but I need to get back on that. I've been watching that I shouldn't call it dumb, but I'm gonna call it dumb. That like R.L. Stein trilogy, Fear Street. I think I talked about it a little bit last week. So there's a part 3 coming out this week. Please don't watch it. Netflix is pushing it hard. It's getting good scores, and I'm like, no, this movie ain't it. These kids need like old school Candyman, like more Jordan Peele content, because and like Midsommar, like those are good creepy horror movies. You don't need like wannabe Screams. Just watch Scream. By the way, there's gonna be a Scream 5. I don't know why.
Good Lord.
Really? Is Vin Diesel gonna be in? Is it about family or what?
He should have been in Scream 4 because that one was about family.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of algorithms you guys got because my algorithms are chiropractic videos and traffic accidents.
Oh no.
Traffic accidents.
No, Howard, what are you watching?
Compilations of traffic accidents.
No.
Yeah, what kind of my out? Well, I don't know where.
That's why the siren is showing up to his house.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah,
He be watching
probably.
some like crazy shit.
But yeah, I've been. I don't know. My algorithm too has a lot of chiropractic ASMR like back cracks and like, oh man, that looks so good.
Yo,
Um,
wow.
But yeah, I
Question.
don't know.
You do it like do any of you guys like watching pimple pop videos?
No.
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 I don't. I can't stand it, but you know how that's a thing. Like people like that shit.
I like to pick my own scabs, not pimples, but like, scabs. Like when I was growing up and falling down when I would
Mhm.
skate, like I would definitely pick the scab, and I know it's not like a thing you're supposed to do, but I can't see like other people do it.
But you wouldn't watch a video of
No.
scab peeling?
No, but I can do it to no,
Nice and slowly.
no way. Like I don't cringe, like I don't get like that, like I don't faint at the sight of blood, but like my own scab I can peel, but I don't want to see someone else like popping a pimple or whatever.
Yeah, that's
Well,
22 gross.
So yeah, well, full disclosure, yeah. So my YouTube recommendations based off of I guess what I watch, right? So yeah, it's reaction videos, it's Pokemon Sword and Shield videos, it's League of Legends
Yep.
videos, and then what else?
Blackpink.
No,
Oh.
That's on the hub.
yeah, and then maybe some random Bella Porch stuff. I don't even know who that is.
Who's that?
Right, exactly.
No, seriously, I don't know what that. Tell me what that is, Dre.
I don't know.
It's a TikToker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I get some TikTok recommendations.
Speaking of TikTok, do any of you guys have TikTok?
No.
No. Okay, I think Dre's frozen, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna say no as well. I think I got. My friend told me to try this thing that was like apparently trending on TikTok where you take watermelon, Ace's favorite fruit, and you put mustard on it and then you eat it. And I listened to her and I'm like, are you sure? And she's like, no, seriously, you need to try it. Apparently everyone loves it.
How do you ruin watermelon like that?
I got Ace. I took a bite and I was like, oh my God, this is like, I questioned everything I've done in my life up until that point because of that dumb mustard watermelon thing.
What did it taste like though? Can you compare it to anything?
Really, really sour watermelon, like really sour. Yeah, that's the face I made, Albert.
Oh man, I'm just mad that you ruined a perfectly good watermelon.
It was just like a piece, but like this like I don't. I mean, I'm on Instagram because of y'all, but I don't remember any kind of like weird do this on Instagram stuff like that. Like how TikTok really influences like dances and these challenges and what have you. But I guess there was like the mannequin challenge. That was fun.
Imagine going to the fruit stand on the streets and like, yo, can I get tahini, lemon, and can you pour a little bit of mustard on that?
He'll sock me. Oh yeah. For sure.
I don't know. I put it on one, please. I don't. Please, I don't put it on one, please.
Oh, you mean you don't got mustard?
No. I don't put it on one. Just mango, Jamaica, little bit of watermelon, but I don't put it on one, please. You put it on.
Oh man.
Hashtag the gardener. Man, that's
so fun. That.
Before we let everyone go, the finals, it's 2-2. I know y'all weren't giving Milwaukee any kind of shot after the second game. Have they swayed your perspective in any way? No. Albert. No to Ace. Go ahead, Albert.
Phoenix could have easily won that game.
I think. Are we talking game 4?
Game 4, yes.
Okay.
They could have easily won that game 4. It was unfortunate that Chris. I think the biggest blunder was Chris Paul turning it over. Mm-hmm. I think that might have sealed the deal, but I think they forced it. I think them being down, like what was it, just 2 points, for the final 4 minutes. I think they were in a rush. They could have slowed it down and gotten their secure, like a real good shot, but I think they forced it way too early, and that's what caused them to lose the game.
Yeah, Milwaukee just doesn't look dominant to me. They don't look like it. It looks like a good series, right? It looks like it's going to be a 7-game series, 6-game series now, right? But they just don't look dominant. They don't look like it's what like it's almost like it's for Phoenix to lose. You know what I mean? If they make the mistakes, then yeah, Milwaukee's gonna win. But if Phoenix don't make as many mistakes, they're still gonna win. I just think Phoenix looks more not even dominant, but they just look like more dominant than Milwaukee, and Milwaukee just doesn't look dominant at all.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm glad that it's a 2-2 now. I think we might have a fortune teller on our hands because I know one of us called it out, but yeah, it's interesting that it's 2-2 now. I didn't give them a chance, but kudos to whoever did.
Yeah, Dre with the crystal ball, but yeah, as long as
Crystal balls.
as long as Phoenix show composure throughout the game, I think they'll be able to seal the deal.
Yeah, I think I did kind of make that call. Thought the Bucks were going to then get 2, possibly 2 and go 2-0, or make it 2-2, and then the Suns would then finish it out at 4-2. So I think I'm going to stand by that. Yeah, I mean, like the Bucks can show flashes of that really good play, but I think now that the Suns kind of worked all that out and got it out of their system and kind of really got socked in the face, it's like the boxer analogy. They really got their clock clean now to think like, whoa, okay, this is a real series. I think they're going to come back stronger and really close it out. I think Chris Paul wants it too badly to like let it slip through his fingers this time, I think.
And I guess this is where people wonder, well, what's the importance of home court advantage? I think this shows what's the importance of home court advantage, right? It's down to the last 3 games, and I think whoever has home court advantage wins. Looks like Milwaukee is not doing that countdown for Giannis, but in Phoenix, that's guaranteed that's gonna happen. I'm thinking, would this series be different if it was played in the bubble?
Yeah, it would have been a clean sweep.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, good job, Dre. So it's almost like, Dre, who do you think is gonna win? So it's almost like we got to ask Dre now. And welcome to our segment.
Like if you guys pay me a little money, I might be able to help you out with a little something.
I'll let you borrow my anal training day video, and then we can call it even.
Deal.
No take backs. You said it.
Oh man, that's just that's a good point about the bubble. One thing for sure, the announcers, like when there were no fans around, the announcers are just bad because the crowd noise kind of drowns them out. So when I'm watching the game and I'm listening, I can hear the crowd cheering. But when they weren't around, when it was just like kind of played with no fans and then the bubble and stuff, like I never realized how bad commentators are. Yes, I can do a better job. That is exactly what I'm saying.
Well, what do you mean? How bad? Like what do you mean?
Like just some of the announcers, and don't get me wrong, like they get their names. I don't know. They get their name. Some of the announcers get the names wrong too often for me to like. They'll be like, oh, and Michael Bridges shoots the ball, and I'm like, that was Cam Johnson. I don't know. Like, what do you guys watch? Like, so there was that. Like, they would get the names wrong, or they'll just say just stuff, and I'm like, what do you get paid to say? Like, dude, is there notes that they give ahead of time? Like, you have to say these things because they're not good. And then I don't know, just some announcers, some of the players that they just played and now they're doing now, so maybe they're a bit newer, like Grant Hill and even Vince Carter. I was just like, y'all kind of boring.
Man,
and then
doo-doo butter.
Like, I love Reggie Miller. I think Reggie Miller is a great announcer.
How about Chris Webber?
Chris Webber is okay. I like his energy. He's okay, but I'm gonna be real. I don't like Mark Jackson. His points I don't care about what he has to say. Mike Breen is a great kind of in-game flow and energy guy, which I appreciate. And that's
what about Gundy though? What about the Gundy Jackson?
I feel like it to me, they sound like those Muppets that just keep arguing about stuff that doesn't even matter because it's a different era. It's a different game. You can't be like, well, you gotta no, dude, like it's a totally different animal. We need to get some damn soccer announcers calling the games, because those dudes will
Those
be
guys are great, and they have to know, I mean, 22 plus names and names of like people from all these different like countries and stuff. And somehow, like, and the ball's going around and they're saying all these different names, like a Eastern European name, some African dude's name, Spanish name, British
Greece.
name.
Yeah.
And they do it like super fast. So I do agree, soccer guys, they don't mess around for sure. But
And I might be spoiled.
Oh, no, go.
I was just gonna.
No.
I might be spoiled
I was
from
gonna say, oh,
dicks. I might be spoiled from e-gaming, but I love hearing when commentators are breaking down strategy, which again, some of these announcers, they come from a different era. So it's like the strategy isn't beat them up down low and post game, blah, blah. It's one of those like, okay, cool. And this is probably why they're doing what they're doing. This is why they're putting so-and-so in a pick and roll. And everyone's like, oh, well, you can't switch the pick and roll. It's like, bro, you have to switch the pick and roll, because nowadays, if you don't switch the pick and roll, they're shooting a 3, period. That's just how the game is nowadays. So I like more of those kind of like analytics, progressive. Again, it comes from my e-gaming that I watch, like even Pokemon TCG, like when they do a move, it's like, well, this is probably what they're setting up. And I like to hear that more chess-like strategy, as opposed to like, and he passes the ball, and then Jay Crowder gets it and he gives it to Paul, pulls up from the elbow. Okay, cool. Like, yeah, that's fine. You're just kind of radio announcing what's going on. But then when it comes to those other dudes that should know the strategy behind basketball, and this is why you're getting paid to kind of tell us the strategy, I'm not getting that right now. I'm just getting, oh, that ain't a foul. Like, rack my day. And it's like, I don't care about your day. I care about how the game's progressing right now. Again, my bias, but I went on a really long tangent there.
all I gotta say is I gotta listen to the game on mute, because Sandra she can't hear her K dramas when she's
So you don't know what the heck we're talking about right now.
yeah,
Huh?
I don't know who this Mark Jackson is. I don't know. No, but
you know who Mark Jackson is.
In all seriousness, I think I'm gonna play a little bit of the devil's advocate here, where you talk about strategy and what needs to be done. I think that's where the pregame, the halftime, and the postgame shows are all about. I like how you compare it to esports or the e-gaming, because they do talk a lot about strategy, but in League of Legends, from the professional games that I've been watching, there's a lot of downtime in games, so there's a lot of time to be talking about strategy. But for something like basketball, I think something that's fast paced, I think you do have to talk about what's going on. There, you can talk a little bit about strategy, but then again, how many times do you have to say, "Oh, just give the ball to Giannis down low"? So that's the only thing I'm saying about it.
Well, that's the thing. It's not working because they form a wall around him. So that's where I would, say, like, I wonder why Drew Holiday isn't putting Giannis in a pick and roll, because they're going to have to double Giannis, and that allows Drew Holiday to do whatever he wants to do. I've never heard any announcers say stuff like that, or like, oh yeah, it's smart that Middleton and Giannis are in the pick and roll, again, because pick your poison. Are you going to give Middleton a jumper, or are you going to let Giannis cut on you?
Well, ain't that the coach's job to tell the players to do that? Because if the announcer's saying it, then the coach should be like, wait. Well, Drew Holiday should pick him, because that's going to free him up to make it easier.
Well, the coaches aren't hearing the commentators and the announcers during a live game.
No, I mean it should, like, how you're saying, well, Drew Holiday should pick Giannis in order to open up the thing. I think a coach should see that himself and call a timeout, or the next dead ball. Hey, man, pick this person, and then it'll free up the game for you guys. But I see the frustration where you're saying, like, oh man, these announcers are not giving strategy. Well, what's the coach doing? They're not giving the player strategy to do what the announcers are supposed to be saying.
Right, not just strategy, but just in general. And Albert's right. The post game, like, I'm sure we all love Inside the NBA, because they give those insights and these things, and they give their opinions about, like, this is probably what they should be doing, or like, hey, so and so has this hole in his game, and if he develops that, then he's probably going to be a lot better, or whatever it is. And then like Ben Simmons being so badly, they're like, well, this is what he needs to be doing, and this is probably why he's sucking so badly, because it's all in his head. Because NBA players get paid to shoot 1,000 shots a day, which I'm sure they all do. So it's like, well, what else is going on? Anyway, Drake, sorry, I keep going on tangents. I want to hear your thoughts.
Oh, what? I mean, I think you guys covered good. Like just announcers in general, like the way the games have been telecasted. Yeah, I think it's more or less fine. Like it's no Gus Johnson. I don't know if you remember that guy. That guy.
Right?
Whatever happened to him? But I mean, yeah, I kind of like the banter and the back and forth from like a Mark Jackson and like a Van Gundy. I'm a big Reggie Miller fan, so I always am like happy when he's out there doing his thing. It's nothing like life changing. He's not like doing crazy like perspective that no one's thought of. But I think overall it's fine. It's more interesting when you hear like bits from the regular season of like the guys doing like their own in-market games, and it's just like I think you'll hear some crazy stuff. So I always find that entertaining. Of like like what's happening for like the Washington Wizards people, and they're saying like oh man, they say some really weird out of pocket stuff for their teams. But for like the finals and things, I think it's been okay. But for sure, soccer has the best. Those guys are very impressive.
Yes. Oh, I know this might hurt Dre, but congratulations, Italy, on the cup.
Oh man, that was rough.
Yeah.
That was rough. But it is what it is. Another World Cup, I think, should be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that.
Where's the World Cup playing this year?
At Qatar or something like that, maybe.
Okay.
America's is next, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Sure. We better get this COVID under control so they make it happen.
Y'all know what we're doing when the world.
Make it happen, Captain.
Glizzy contest.
What?
What?
Oh, we're gonna go to a game, bro.
Oh, yeah. That's what I meant.
Can you imagine SoyCast at the World Cup live?
Don't tempt me with a good time.
But yeah, on that note, I've talked long enough, and I'm sure y'all tired of me talking. We can wrap it up here unless. Okay. All right. Thanks, Trey. We can wrap it up here unless you have anything else you want to say. Some closing thoughts. Albert is having a good time.
Having a good thing.
Yeah. So appreciate it, y'all, for coming in. Ain't no chaining day coming out to you soon.
Wait, where's the trailer for that? Is that on Pornhub, RedTube? Which one? Where's it at?
I don't know. It has to be it'll show up in the algorithm somewhere.
We're so gonna get canceled. All right, y'all. Thanks again for stopping by, and we'll catch you on the next one.